This here is a no-brainer that technology should be used. But what is the right technology? Is it the technology that you just learned and want so badly to integrate no matter what the lesson is? Or is it the simple technology that you have been using for the longest time in your lesson? Technology changes often, so it's important to set down the fixed matters first. And we have actually done that. Our goals, learning objectives, and outcomes, blended learning models, and instructional methods. These permanent elements should dictate the technology choice to use, not the other way around. Again, our goals, learning objectives, and outcomes, blended learning models, and instructional methods should dictate the technology choice to use and not the other way around. Which means that you may need more than one tool since the technology should be appropriate for the lesson and the model, aside from our students' different learning styles and unique needs. We should not forget what we have at hand. What do we have at hand? We have our learning management system or the learning platform that we are using. We know the basics of cloud computing. By now, everyone is a self-proclaimed expert in video conferencing. We are attending all these online training and webishops to be able to impart more through technology. Sure, it is encouraged to learn more digital tools to integrate more, but all of them are part of the essentials, even the simplest ones that you know, in building a strong technology foundation. Despite and in spite of these, we still feel like we lack the training for technology for us to be able to choose the right one. On a side note, this 9-week course is training time for all of us. So we should attend our upskilling sessions in order for us to enhance our skills in matching the right technology to a lesson. When instructors understand and believe in the importance of the technology, it will shine through their students, and we would be able to use and apply the right technology in our teaching effectively. The next is designing the classroom in such a way that it has the feels of a blended learning environment and a culture that embraces blended learning. For tip 1, when you are in a virtual classroom, there is that reminder that there is another platform used in the setup, but presented in a seamless manner. It doesn't have to be imposing, so we can start by having our resources and activity instructions for face-to-face incorporated in our virtual classrooms, just like what we are doing in ODL. Also, we should organize the content in logical units or modules in which each module is organized around a major topic and contains relevant objectives, material, and associated activities. When presenting audio or video, include a brief description and information. Keep the segments short to help maximize listeners' retention. Strategically, chunking content helps students to absorb the information, avoiding information overload and exhaustion. By the way, chunking content includes videos in 2 to 15 minutes. So here, in our course, we practice what we preach. Again, upskilling is key in order for us to organize our contents and materials effectively. On the other hand, when we are in our physical classrooms, we should help students digest the chunks of materials by providing short recall or application questions of content from the VC or our virtual classroom. A simple mention of the rubric posted online while expounding the performance task face to face is an example. Research has demonstrated the critical role of retrieval practices for conceptual learning. Wherever platform they are, there should be a piece or reminder of the other. Tip 2. Esther Wojcicki uses the acronym TRICK, which stands for Trust, Respect, Independence, Collaboration, and Kindness. With those values embedded in the classroom, students want to learn, will grow, and reach out to their teacher and classmates. Let's look into them one by one. With trust, students aren't given complete trust, but they must trust each other to help in the learning process, as the teacher trusts the students. It's important that the teacher supports students while letting them solve the problems themselves. Respect. It can be difficult to give respect, especially to students who create problems. But teachers must do just that, because with respect comes high expectations. For independence, the traditional model of education involves making students dependent on the teacher as they wait to be told what to do. Giving students a chance to come up with their own projects within defined constraints builds independence. Blended learning actually develops independent learning. Collaboration. This is important in blended classrooms as it is in the modern workplace. Students learn more when they are partly responsible for other students' work. Collaboration increases student interest in learning. With kindness, if students feel that the teacher is kind, they are motivated to learn. This is summed up by William Bowitcher when he said, "Your greatness is measured by your kindness, your education and intellect by your modesty. Your ignorance is betrayed by your suspicions and prejudices, and your real caliber is measured by the consideration and tolerance you have for others." Lastly, for tip 3, students should have an avenue for control over time, path, place, and pace. It can be hard to relinquish control, but students excel when given the chance to direct their learning. They become more engaged with the content because they have a personal stake in their success. All these contribute to a healthy blended learning environment.